There is nothing worse than finding out that a third-party game you're excited for on Switch is a cloud version. That is like Doomsday Productions right there. But thankfully, somebody decided they were going to do it on a cartridge. And so today, me and Gabe are talking about one of the most successful Switch ports, and it sets a path for the future and 2022 that I think, Gabe, is going to go down as the best year for third parties on Switch.
Before we do that, though, very important question. Is Doomsday Productions like the rap label for the Superman villain? Is that what that is?
No, that's my secret company. We don't need to talk about that today.
Okay, shh.
Instead, we're talking about Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, which is reviewing incredibly well across the board, and most importantly to this show, reviewing incredibly well on Switch. Hit that like button if you're giving a little hurrah for good reviewing games on Switch, and let me know in the comments down below if you're going to play it. We've both played it, different episodes because there's 9 of them. But Gabe, this is a game that's 42 gigs on Xbox, 38 on PS5, 14 on Switch, and somehow they crammed it all in there. And if Lego Star Wars can get 9 episodes with open world, a bunch of cutscenes, really nice graphics, and new mechanics on Switch, then these old games that are cloud version absolutely should as well.
That's the thing, right? When I'm sitting there playing a Star Wars game on my Switch made out of Legos, I'm instantly thinking to myself, Guardians of the Galaxy could have been on a cartridge of this can. And then I think about Dying Light, and Dying Light's a very pretty game.
Yes.
I feel like maybe like if the right team does it, that could have maybe even been on a cartridge. Then I think about Hogwarts, and I hope we don't get some bad news about that at any point. But I don't know, maybe they cracked the code to making good Switch ports, because I played on Switch, works really well.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, there were like these wizard teams that could make anything happen on Switch, but they were making like small things happen. And now we're seeing substantial games. It's estimated that each episode in Lego Star Wars is about an hour and a half. So you're looking at like 13, 14 hours of content with some substantial levels. And Gabe, in our experience, like this game is running solid 30, maybe not 100% of the time, but like 97.2% of the time.
For me, when I'm playing on Switch, my problem was never the frame rate at all. My problem was that like there would be a missing lightsaber every once in a while. They'd just be holding like
okay, that's a force power you just don't know about. You're not a big Star Wars guy.
I'm not.
It's a special power.
I'm not. But yeah, like that was the type of technical issues that arose for me. Yes, it looks a little bit more muddled. The resolution isn't what it is elsewhere, but that's just
right.
We're used to that at this point. So I was just really pleasantly shocked. I played 3 different episodes, all pretty good. Yeah, all pretty good, man. Yeah.
Saw some Sebulba action in episode 1. I think we don't know if this is using AMD's FSR, but I'd love to find out. We know Life is Strange was taking advantage of that tech, and we know Nintendo Switch Sports would. I would love to know if this game is as well, because you're right. It's a beautiful game on the other platforms, and it still looks solid on Switch. And it just makes you wonder, like, what goes into that decision of cloud versus cartridge? And I don't really want to make many more excuses, because I know some of you are probably thinking, oh, this is a Lego game, it's small, but Gabe, like, tell them the levels expand, right? Like, you have some very big scenes, some very big spaces, and it's not just like window dressing. You can run all around, you can jump, you can break stuff, build stuff. There's a lot at play here. I don't feel like this is just like, oh, it's a little kid's game that happens to work on Switch. This is a big deal.
No, for sure. You are going to get through levels and not see all of them in one go through. You're going to have to wait until you beat it and you go back in free play mode to go do some of the side stuff. You can go find those like blue bricks that allow you to level up your skill tree. And yes, there's skill trees in a Lego game. It's not the first time we've seen it, but the first time we've seen it at this scale. And that's something that we see reviewers talk about, with this game in particular, where, hey, it is a Lego game. It's very simplistic, but the scale there is almost overbearing. Like, there's just so much to do. So you're right. It's not just this like tiny Lego game that's like really condensed. You're going to be missing some stuff, and you're going to need to replay these levels and do some exploration and see everything.
Yeah, it's impressive that they're able to do that, and that they did it day and date, right? Let's talk about the other half of what makes this such a fantastic port and such a model. It's the same day as everything else. Yeah, this game has had a lot of delays, so maybe they did have extra time to get all the versions working, but every game's delayed these days, so that's not really an excuse anymore. Dying Light 2 is a great example of a game that's going cloud version, and it's going cloud version down the road. We have no release date yet for that. It could be summer, it could be fall, maybe it doesn't even make this year. But I think we are going to start to see more games of this sort. And I am still fingers crossed that Hogwarts Legacy can be another shining example. it is a Warner Brothers joint, and so is Lego, right?
Yeah.
Publisher-wise.
Yeah.
Maybe they're realizing that, hey, we do want to dedicate more money and more resources to make this stuff happen. The Switch install base is huge. And, for a lot of these games, barring the true next-gen crazy experiences, I think it really does probably boil down to money and time. Like, it seems like the good port houses, when given the support, can make it happen.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. And Hogwarts is one that I'm just like now eagerly anticipating, not because I care about the game. Harry Potter's not generally my thing, but
no Star Wars, no Harry Potter. Let's throw some tomatoes at this guy.
Yeah, go ahead. Tomatoes can't hurt me.
Oh,
wait, yes they can. No, in a certain form. Okay, for any old school SwitchForce fans, let me know if you know what I'm talking about. No, but if they knock that one out of the park the same way that they do this, then I think we can safely say that a page has been turned. And like you said, maybe just invest a little bit of time and money into it, make it right, and you don't have to make it a cloud-based thing.
That would be so good. I mean, we know that 2K is bringing Midnight Suns later this year, and I'm very hopeful that is cartridge-based. It would be great to see these things do well, to see Lego Star Wars sell super well, to see Hogwarts sell super well, so these companies like EA can't ignore the Switch anymore. For the back half of its life cycle, they are going to want to invest and put their games on this platform, on cartridges and day and date. I think it would be helpful if we do get a new Switch, because I think that makes it a little more alluring. But even with this one, I'm impressed by the recent crop. Like, I won't go as far as to say like, wow, it's gorgeous on your 4K TV, because it's not. But I am impressed that even this late in the life cycle, I feel like we've turned a bit of a corner.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with you. Do you have your Switch near you at all?
Yes.
How about you grab it while I talk to these fine people? I want to give you some homework in the middle of the video, Zach.
Jeez, all right.
All right, go to eShop. My Switch is a little far away. I tried reaching for it. I couldn't do it. Go to eShop, go to the bestsellers, and let us know where Lego is in the eShop bestsellers. Of course, that doesn't tell the full story. That's digital only. I know a lot of people are trying to get physical copies, especially because this does come on a cartridge with like no like extra downloads or anything like that. That's just really good and neat. Like, needs to be applauded.
The game's not out yet. Gabe forgot about that part, but the pre-order is currently number 7. Kirby's still holding the 1 spot. Mario Kart shockingly at number 2, and the pre-order is 7. So I think this will climb towards the top of the charts, at least, for the digital version, which doesn't tell the whole story, but it's good to see third-party stuff moving up, and it's good to see third-party stuff day and date, and it's really good to see third-party stuff that was given TLC. That's the most important thing, and you're never going to get the same graphics, but I think we can start getting a lot of the same games, and I will continue to harp that I think 2022 will be the best third-party year for Switch.
I will say this. If I have a PS5 there, I have an Xbox over there, I have a Switch over there, I have everything, including a PC. If I had to pick, if I wanted to play this game, I would still play it on Switch. It looks good. It runs good. Like, this
and you can take the whole Star Wars saga with you. 9 episodes, 300 characters, a bunch of side quests, leveling up, missions, cutscenes, gunplay. Like, this, it's going to go under the radar. This is another one like Kirby that will not get enough love because it is a very well-made, fun game.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. And I just want to say, all the footage you've been seeing, it's all on Switch. So we're not putting any PC version footage up there or anything like that, like you might be seeing. I saw that a little bit. People doing like Switch reviews and putting PC footage. Come on, guys. I see you.
No fake outs here. We got you fully covered. And let us know in the comments down below if this does impress you. If you hope that the third-party lineup is one that will impress this year, and what third-party game you want to see hit Switch. We will continue to say it, but fingers crossed for Hogwarts on cartridge. No more cloud. And until next time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Gabe, thanks for being here. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive. Stay on the Switch. Don't get that Lego elsewhere. And until next time, SwitchForce out.